5 years, 170 million. Nick Bosa just reset the market. Usually we say guys, they wake up and choose violence. I don't think that really goes to what I want to say for John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. Today, I think they woke up and chose winning. Looking at what they've done, and this was very important. If you watched yesterday's video, you understand where we are right now and how we talked about everything that literally happened. I said, keywords, you want to reset the market because you have a guy like Micah Parsons coming up. You have some other guys coming up. Brian Burns is trying to get a contract, and you look at the edge market and also the interior defensive line. Chris Jones, he's trying to get it done. So now we have to think. This throws a wrench in the Chiefs process as well, but I think it's very important because when a Micah Parsons comes up, you don't want to be the guy in Nick Bosa to say now, okay, I want to restructure my deal. I don't like where I'm at right now. We got guys passing me in the market. You have to kind of see the cap rising. You have to get a step ahead like I talked about, and you want to jump ahead everybody in the cap at your position or really within defensive non-quarterbacks because he's the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. This is a massive, massive deal. Understand, Tyreek Hill's at $30 million, Aaron Donald's at $31 million, Nick Bosa is at $34 million. So Chris Jones, where does he want to get in that? I said that's very important as well. But when we talk about Nick Bosa, it's warranted. We talk about defenses are not elite anymore. And I think that to a certain extent, we can say, okay, it may not be the 2000 Ravens. It may not be the 85 Bears. It may not be the Legion of Boom. But the San Francisco 49ers, and I've done so many videos on this particular topic. Robert Saleh, boom. DeMeco Ryans, boom. Steve Wilkes is going to be another boom. They have those guys at 3 levels. You got Charvarius Ward. You got Hufanga. You got all of the guys. You got Fred Warner in the middle, Arik Armstead, Javon Hargrave, and that one guy, when I need a play, when I got everyone, if I want to double team you, everything's on the line. I don't care. It doesn't matter who's in front of me. It doesn't matter if you double team me and chip with the running back. When a play needs to be made, Nick Bosa, Nicholas John Bosa, is the guy who's going to make that play, and that's why you pay a guy like that. Now, I'm not here to say, because I think it's kind of funny right now to make the Super Bowl predictions, but I'll tell you one thing. We can't have a talk about Super Bowl predictions and Super Bowl teams and all of that in the NFC without talking about the San Francisco 49ers. So now, right now, you have the combination of Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold. I think Brock Purdy, he's the guy right now. I don't want to get that confused, but if Sam Darnold has to come, and I talked about him in that back half with the Carolina Panthers, he almost took him to the playoffs. He was very good in that second stretch after, the Baker Mayfields and the PJ Walkers and everything that went down. Sam Darnold came in and cleaned a lot of that up. So I like the deal. I talked about a lot of the things that had to happen, and that actually did happen. I kind of really foresaw this. I talked about it yesterday, and it's so funny because if you haven't been listening to 24 Hour Sports, it's time to listen now. We've been on this. We've been monitoring this, and I just dropped the video. I don't even think it's been 24 hours ago since we had this exact topic. I said Nicholas John Bosa. He wants to be the guy that gets a step ahead of the market. Micah Parsons, Chris Jones. Understand those two names, two of the better non-quarterback guys on the football field in all of football. Now, when they come up, and if Nick Bosa, if he was the guy, I think it was really understood that he was trying to get around Aaron Donald. I don't know if everyone understood that he was trying to get past Aaron Donald, but the closer I looked at it, I said, okay, what's really going on here with the San Francisco 49ers? I know they want to pay him. I know John Lynch wants to get it done. So what's taking so long? And then I really looked into it. I said, okay, when Aaron Donald, he reset the market at 31. Nobody else is above 30. Quentin Williams tried to get close. Chris Jones is trying to get there. Aaron Donald is the anomaly when we talk about non-quarterback pay. Tyreek Hill, like I said, he's 30, but he's not a defensive player. So I looked at that and I said, what's really going on right here? And then, like I said, the more and more that I thought about it and I looked at it, and I saw some other sources on Twitter and ESPN and different things, I saw 32 to 35 million. Guess where he's at? 34 million, the perfect balance. And I said, it's things they're trying to fine tune. Now, they play the Pittsburgh Steelers in week 1 on Sunday. I think he's going to be there for that game. It's only but so much scheming you can do for a guy to tell him, go get the quarterback, and then you have your occasional loop. He's not like a typical some of the other edge players we see where they drop in the coverages and different things. He's not that. He's going to hunt and kill. That's what Nick Bosa does off the edge. So now that I see that he was trying to do that all along and that he actually got it done, when these other guys get paid, and I aforementioned their names, we don't have to say, let's just change some of this up. And It's funny because you can get injured. Your play can fall off a cliff. Now, I don't want to knock on the wood. I'm not saying he's going to get hurt. I'm not saying this player is going to fall off a cliff. But say hypothetically, you get injured and then a Micah Parsons is getting 34 to 35 while you got 30 or 31. Let's say he got that hypothetically. Then we're kind of in a rock and a hard place. And then we also look at some other things. Now, I don't know the guarantees at this exact moment, but I know that's something we got to talk about as well. And then Chris Jones. Now I'm injured. My play has fallen off of a cliff and I can't restructure. So now I'm stuck, even though I feel like my value is really the best for the non-quarterback. Defensive player of the year last year, 18.5 sacks. We all know the stats. We know the pressures, everything he does. We've saw the all 22 by this point. He is that guy. But it's funny because I saw this coming. And I'm telling you guys, if you haven't been listening to 24-Hour Sports, we're on top of this. We've talked about this just yesterday. It's so crazy when you see something and then it happens. Boom. Nick Bosa, one of my favorite guys in the NFL. I love him. I love Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald. Hopefully this is a bounce back year. I think Chris Jones deserves the money. He's probably going to jump Aaron Donald when I look at it. And especially when looking at this deal, something Kansas City has to talk about. I mean, I look at TJ Watt. Maybe he's going to restructure his deal in a couple of years. And then some other things around the league. Brian Burns is still trying to get his money. He's an edge guy. I don't think he's on the level of these guys just yet. But talent-wise, he has some of those same traits and talents. He just has to put it together consistently. That's going to do it for today's video, though. Because this is a new day. I mean, we got non-quarterbacks. And I want to give you a number real quick before we get out of here. Nick Bosa is getting more money than Jared Goff, Ryan Tannehill, and Jimmy Garoppolo. That's where we are today. Now, you're probably saying, okay, those aren't the elite of the elite quarterbacks. That's not Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen. It's not those guys. But that's significant for all of the defensive players out there, all the guys coming up in the league, little league, college. You're seeing this and you're saying, okay, I'm playing that defensive side of the ball. This may be more fun to me. I can go hunt and I can knock people on the behinds because I'm going to get paid to do it. And one thing I want to say, last thing I want to say before we get out of here, this was really on my mind. And this is away from the video, away from Nick Bosa and everything that happened. I do want to say one thing. We think about our situations a lot of the times. And, you know, some people, they wish they were in a better situation. I just want to say to all the subscribers, all the supporters out there, I just want to say this one thing right here. Think about all of the people who wish they had some of the things you had. Be grateful for everything you have. I'm out.